F-100 was also the first in the famed Century series of jets. This marvel of engineering served with the US Air Force from 1954 until 1971 and kept flying with the Air National Guard until 1979. Initially designed for air superiority, the F-100 found its niche as a fighter bomber during the Vietnam War. It flew countless missions over North Vietnam, and even after being replaced by the F-105 Thunderchief in the north, it kept providing close air support in the south until the A-7D Corsair II took over. From April 16, 1961 to 1971, the F-100S were the longest-serving US jet fighter bombers in Vietnam. During this time, 198 F-100S were lost in combat, with an additional 45 lost to other causes. The F-100F, a two-seat trainer model, also maintained its combat capabilities. It first flew in March 1957 and had a stretched fuselage to accommodate 2 crew members, but was armed with only 2 cannons. Rick Goddard, a retired Air Force Major General, has some fond memories of the F-100. At the age of 12, he saw one zip down a valley in Utah and thought, that's what I want to do. 12 years later, he was flying F-100S in Vietnam. The F-100 was the first of the Century series jets, which included the F-101, F-102, F-104, F-105 and F-106, each remarkable in its own way. These jets pushed the limits of technology, with the F-106 setting a speed record of over 1,500 miles per hour. Goddard flew about 180 of his 226 combat missions in the F-100, a jet he fondly called his titanium mistress. The aircraft was dependable, requiring precise calculations during bombing runs. You had to determine if your dive angle, drift, altitude and airspeed were correct at the moment you released your bombs, he said. Although capable of carrying nuclear weapons, Goddard's missions were almost solely conventional. He flew through heavy fire to destroy enemy anti-aircraft positions, earning him the Silver Star for bravery. The Department of Defense reports 1,785 US Air Force battle deaths during the Vietnam War era, a somber reminder of the conflict's toll. We lost some very good friends who didn't come home, Goddard said. Now retired and living in Statham, Georgia, Goddard owes his life to the F-100. He even tracked down his old jet to Cape Cod's Otis Air National Guard base, where it's now a restored exhibit at the Museum of Aviation. It never balked. It never said, I can't do this, Goddard said. It took some hits and it still brought me home. So I owe that airplane to sit somewhere where it can be admired and respected. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into aviation history.